I am still trying to gather myself. This is not an exaggeration at all. I just had the most amazing moment of my life. As crazy as that sounds, I was sitting here from 5:15 or so till 6:15, and it's 6:19 now. So basically, okay, so David Wilcock and Corey Goode have the show Cosmic Disclosure, which, if you're into learning crazy, amazing, mind-blowing stuff, I suggest you watch it. But anyway, this guy was talking about these blue sphere beings that everyone's been seeing. They've been coming to people to give them messages, and then David Wilcock was suddenly amazed because he was like, "Oh, well, my brother got a message about me from one, and like a portal opened, and it was a blue sphere being." And then the show Cosmic Disclosure, one of the crazy things about it is because Corey Goode talks about how his kind of like his boss or the manager of their project was a blue bird humanoid being, extraterrestrial. Kind of looked like the hawk in Egyptian times, the hawk human god. I forget his name right now. But anyway, so then they started talking about, well, Corey Goode was like, well, everyone focuses on this blue bird because it's so romantic, of an idea, but he said actually these blue sphere beings that are going up to people and giving messages to people and stuff, appearing to people, are actually way higher in dimension than even this blue bird extraterrestrial that was the manager of their space project. So I don't know what the blue bird extraterrestrial was, but like my guardian angel, for instance, is a eighth dimensional being, seventh dimensional, but we just moved up, so right now it's eighth. My guardian angel, and he was saying these blue sphere beings are 12th dimensional. So I was like, or way higher, and then I got from it that it was 12th dimensional, which to me was the highest dimension I've ever heard of. They're saying that was God, but I asked the blue sphere being, and it said God is 25th dimensional. And God probably even goes higher. Who knows? God's infinite dimensions. But anyway, whatever. Um, Something much more important is that, so then I just said, oh, well, let me get my guardian angel to help me bring in this blue sphere being. And oh my goodness, I sometimes get these like warm feelings in my palms, and I get the shower of energy, wave X, I guess, and it feels so wonderful. And I sit there, and it's like really nice. But let's say if that was like an eight, for as far as feeling good, the experience I just had for an hour was, I can't even, like, it has to be like a million or something. Like, it was so much more amazing, the feeling, than anything I've ever felt. I felt it's kind of, I guess the closest thing to most people will understand is that it was like a full body orgasm, or kind of like a full body acid mushroom ecstasy kind of a feeling, but so much better because it's so much more pure. But it was that intense, and it started like around my body, and I was asking the blue sphere being to do things to me, like cure me from the trauma of this, and help my ear here, and I was telling it to do things. So I started feeling these crazy sensations of like super warm love, like a very powerful warm love, like in my kundalini area. And but then it started changing. Like I started getting this really, really heavy feeling in my arms. Like, oh, I didn't feel them. I just felt like this. I didn't feel my arms per se, just because I felt this intense light, love, information that was just surging into it, like almost like a bright light, like magnifying. Of course, I didn't see light, but it was as if my arms were filling up with light so intensely that I didn't feel them anymore. And then it started going into my full body, just this warm, intense love. Um, but but don't get me wrong. When I say love, it just felt great. It felt like the best orgasm ever, and it's just surging through me. But it wasn't. It was more. It was just pure. It was just very warm, but very, very, very like very relaxing and very warm, but very intense. Like I said, like equally, at least equally as intense, but throughout my whole body this time, which makes it more intense than any feeling I've ever had on acid or mushrooms, and I'm sober. um, Not to get caught up in the feelings, but I was just letting you know how amazing and different this experience was with this 12th dimensional being. It's like a blue sphere being. Um, Man. Oh, and then I even heard something go in my ear, like kind of like wind, and then it was like they threw something in there, and then it fell down into my Kundalini hip area, and it just started filling me up with this like warm and then amazing love feeling, that same feeling. But it was just so weird that I heard it go in, and of course, just like I always feel with my guardian angel and with other archangels and stuff too, like Michael, I was feeling all of this like touching on me, like this tinkering in my brain, or like sensations, like little tickly sensations. But you can, and then when I have my eyes closed, you can. Actually, I did see it. A face like slowly went up to me, and then I said, "Is that you?" And yeah, there was this face. It almost looked like Caesar, like a statue of Caesar or something. And yeah, and I had other feelings and things going on, but also when I closed my eyes, I started feeling like, which I've gotten before with other beings, but I was also getting like, just to show you, explain to you, I close my eyes and I start getting like these movements of things. Like, that's why, I know they're doing stuff, because I could tell when they're like, you'll see movement, and then you'll feel them like, and then inside your brain, they're like reprogramming me. And which, by the way, was something I was asking. I'm like, fill me with love, fill me with light, fill me with information, cut away all lower vibration and just keep me pure high vibration, and just relaxing. And sure enough, they were doing it. And but on a level that was like so much more intense. Well, it's kind of obvious to figure, because my guardian angel is eighth dimensional, which I work with all the time. This being was 12th dimensional, and boy, could I tell the difference. So that's my experience with a blue sphere being. It named itself Seri, Seri, but wow. I mean, whoa, as I'm talking about this, I'm feeling this crazy warm from my solar plexus going up my chest. Let me just go with this so you can get an idea of what I was just going through. I was also shaking because I was shaking out traumas in my kundalini, in my hips. Oh, do you know what I mean by it's like an orgasm? Uh, and of course, I get the whole ringing of the ears, and like the almost like as you feel it go up and like. But the best part about it is just the feelings I'm getting throughout my body. Fill me with your love, blue sphere. Seti, Seti, Seti. Fill me with your love and your light. Wow, right in my heart. It's so warm. And it's just spilling out like the love. It's like a gel, like love gel. It's like slowly moving out everywhere and filling me with love and light and just the most ecstatic feeling. Wow. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. I'm just gonna shut this down, but hey, it was worth it. This is the most, like I said, the most amazing feeling I've ever had in my life. Thanks to this blue sphere being. Thank you. Bye.